Good morning, class 10. Today we shall start a new chapter in supplementary reader, A Triumph of Surgery. You must have seen some parents who over pamper their children, and the consequences of over pampering is always bad. The consequence is always bad. You will never see over pampering coming out with positive results. So similar is the case in this chapter also. In this chapter we are going to read about a lady who keeps her dog as a pet, and she loves that dog like we love our children. She has intense love for her pet. But as you must have heard the saying, excess of everything is bad. Even excess of love sometimes is bad. Similarly, in this chapter we will read that we will come to know how the love of this lady towards her pet dog is harmful for that poor animal. Let us begin. Tricky, a small dog, is pampered and overfed by his rich mistress. He falls seriously ill and his mistress consults a veterinary surgeon. Does he perform an operation? Does the dog recover? So we'll come to know through this chapter how the dog recovered from his illness. Actually, what was the illness? Why was he ill and how did he recover? Why is Mrs. Pumphrey worried about Tricky? Tricky is the name of the dog and Mrs. Pumphrey is the mistress of the dog. What does she do to help him? Is she wise in this? Who does I refer to in this story? I was really worried about Tricky this time. As I will proceed with the lesson, you will come to know who is I in this paragraph. I was really worried about Tricky this time. I had pulled up my car when I saw him in the street with his mistress, and I was shocked at his appearance. He had become hugely fat, like a bloated sausage. Now children, there are some meanings also which I am telling you. You must note down the meanings in your textbooks. Bloated sausage. Bloated means excessive in size, very big in size, and sausage is a food item. That means the dog appeared to be a big food item, a large food item. I was shocked at his appearance. He had become hugely fat, like a bloated sausage with a leg at each corner. His eyes, bloodshot and rheumy. Bloodshot means they were really red blood in color. They were red as blood. And rheumy. Rheumy means watery. The eyes were watery eyes and they were very much red in color. His eyes, bloodshot and rheumy, stared straight ahead and his tongue lolled from his jaws. Lulled means it came out. The tongue came out from his mouth like a lazy tongue. A tongue of a lazy animal, not an energetic animal. Mrs. Pumphrey hastened to explain. Hasten means she hurriedly wanted to explain what had happened to Tricky. He was so listless. Listless means he lacked energy. He lacked enthusiasm and energy. He was so listless. Mr. Harriet. Mr. Harriet is the doctor. The I in this page, as you have started with the first paragraph, I was really worried. I means Mr. Harriet. The doctor was worried seeing the condition of the dog. He was so listless means he lacked energy. Mr. Harriet, who is telling this? Mrs. Pumphrey is telling this to Mr. Harriet, the doctor. He seemed to have no energy. I thought he must be suffering from malnutrition. So I have been giving him some little extras between meals to build him up, some malt and cod liver oil and a bowl of Horlicks at night to make him sleep. Nothing much really. Now, here you must see, children, that the main problem with the dog was he was overfed. Actually, the dog was not ill. He did not suffer from any illness, but he was suffering from overfeeding. Mrs. Pumphrey used to overfeed the dog. She was thinking that the dog is so lazy, the dog is not lacking energy, he is lacking enthusiasm because he needs more nutritious diet. She used to give her more of malt, more of cod liver oil, a bowl of Horlicks in between the meals. So you can well imagine that the dog is eating his meals plus he is being given malt, cod liver oil, Horlicks, etc., etc., etc. So if you will overfeed the animal or if you will overfeed yourself, then you will see how lethargic you will become. You will become fat, and a person or an animal who is fat will always lack energy, will always lack enthusiasm. Same was the case with Tricky. And did you cut down on the sweet things as I told you? The doctor is asking Mrs. Pumphrey that I had advised you not to give sweet things to the dog. Are you giving or have you stopped giving them? Oh, I did for a bit, but he seemed to be so weak, I had to relent. She is saying that for some time I had stopped giving him sweet things, but when I saw that the dog was weak enough, he was weak enough, I had to relent. That means I had to become a little lenient, and I again started giving him sweet things. He does love cream cakes, but he does love cream cakes and chocolates, so I can't bear to refuse him. Now see, extra love of Mrs. Pumphrey towards Tricky is becoming the cause of his illness, is becoming the cause of all the troubles. So she says that Tricky loves cream cakes and loves chocolates so much that it is very difficult for me to refuse giving all these things. I looked down again at the little dog. That was the trouble. Tricky's only fault was greed. Greed towards what? Greed for food. Mrs. Pumphrey was overfeeding the dog and Tricky had become greedy. He wanted more and more food. He wanted, all the time he wanted something to eat, and that is why he had become such a fat dog and such a lazy dog. He had never been known to refuse food. He had never been taught to refuse food. He had never been trained to refuse food. He was always wanting more and more food to eat. He would tackle a meal at any hour of the day or night. That means he had become so greedy that whether you give him something to eat in the morning or at daytime, in the evening or at night, whenever you will give him something to eat, he will enjoy eating it. He will never refuse to eat. And I wondered about all the things Mrs. Pumphrey hadn't mentioned. The doctor is thinking that these are some of the things like Horlicks and cod liver oil and chocolates and cakes. These are some of the things which Mrs. Pumphrey has mentioned that she has been giving to Tricky. There must be many, many more things which Tricky was eating, which Mrs. Pumphrey was giving him to eat, but she has not told to the doctor as yet. Are you giving him plenty of exercise? Now the doctor is asking Mrs. Pumphrey that you are giving so much to eat, that's okay. But are you giving plenty of exercise to the dog? Is he exercising? Is he running around? Is he playful? Well, he has his little walks with me as you can see. But Hogkin, the gardener, has been down with lumbago. Lumbago is a disease in which you have pain in your muscles and joints. So the gardener is ill, he is suffering with lumbago. So there has been no ring throwing lately. That means, in cut short, we can say that the dog was being given almost no exercise. I tried to sound severe. That means now the doctor is trying to show that he is not at all happy with the routine of Tricky. He is trying to show that he is not at all pleased with whatever is happening with Tricky. Now I really mean this. In a strict tone, in a severe tone, the doctor says to Mrs. Harriet, now I really mean this. That means what I am going to say now, I want you to implement it. If you don't cut his food right down and give him more exercise, he is going to be really ill. In a serious tone, in a strict tone, the doctor tells Mrs. Pumphrey that if you will not stop giving extra meals to the dog and if you will not give him plenty of exercise, you will find your dog seriously ill. You must harden your heart and keep him on a very strict diet. That means don't be so lenient, be a little stern and stop giving extra food to the dog. Keep your dog on strict diet. Mrs. Pumphrey wrung her hands. Wrung her hands means she put her hands together. She held her hands together. Mrs. Pumphrey wrung her hands. Oh, I will, Mr. Harriet. Now she is worried. When she sees that the doctor is talking to her in a serious tone, now she is worried. Oh, I will, Mr. Harriet. I am sure you are right. But it is so difficult. It is so difficult to do what? To keep a control over herself and not to give extra food, which is proving to be a danger to the dog. So very difficult. She set off, head down, along the road as if determined to put the new regime into practice immediately. New regime here means a new system of rules, something new. She has to implement a new set of rules in her lifestyle and in the lifestyle of her dog, because the doctor has given her a warning that if she will not be strict with the dog now, her dog is going to become seriously ill. I watched their progress with growing concern. As Mrs. Pumphrey went along with her dog, Mr. Harriet, the doctor, was standing on the road and watching them going. And when he saw them going, he was concerned. He was worried about Tricky. Tricky was trotting along in his little tweed coat. Trotting along means he was walking in a feeble way. He was walking in such a way as if he was so weak. He lacked energy. He lacked the will to walk. I watched their progress with growing concern. Tricky was tottering along in his little tweed coat. He had a whole wardrobe of these coats for the cold weather and a raincoat for the wet days. He struggled on, drooping in his harness. Drooping in his harness. That means he was walking in such a way as if he would fall. Drooping means you see the leaves droop. If you will not water the plants, the leaves droop. That means they lack that strength. So similarly, Tricky also lacked strength. While he was walking, it appeared that he had no strength in his body. The expected call came within a few days. Sorry, I have missed one line. He struggled on. I thought it wouldn't be long before I heard from Mrs. Pumphrey. The doctor is thinking in his mind that it had not been a long time when Mrs. Pumphrey gave a call to the doctor, Mr. Harriet. The expected call came within a few days. She gave him a ring. Mrs. Pumphrey was distraught. Distraught means she was very upset. She was very worried about the deteriorating condition of Tricky. Mrs. Pumphrey was distraught. Tricky would eat nothing. Now, that condition of Tricky was becoming worse day by day. He had stopped eating anything, refused even his favorite dishes, and besides, he had bouts of vomiting. He would not eat anything and he would vomit frequently. He spent all his time lying on the rug panting. Panting means hafna, breathing fast. Didn't want to go for walks, didn't want to do anything. So, seeing the serious condition of Tricky, Mrs. Pumphrey called Mr. Harriet. I had made my plans in advance. Now, when the doctor was called by Mrs. Pumphrey, the doctor had already made plans in his mind. He had made plans thinking what treatment he would give to Tricky, how he would treat Tricky in his hospital. I had made my plans in advance. The only way was to get Tricky out of the house for a period. So the first plan that the doctor made was that I have to bring Tricky out of that house. I have to keep Tricky away from Mrs. Pumphrey for some days. Only then some treatment could be given to Tricky. I suggested that he be hospitalized for about a fortnight to be kept under observation. The doctor said that for 15 days, fortnight means 15 days, for 15 days the dog should be hospitalized so that he could be kept under observation by the doctor. The poor lady almost swooned. Swoon means she became almost unconscious, listening that the dog will be away from her for 15 days. She could not tolerate this because she loved the dog so much that parting with the dog for 15 days was unimaginable for that lady. So she became almost unconscious. The poor lady almost swooned. She was sure he would pine and die if he did not see her every day. She was sure she would pine and die. That means she would keep on thinking about the dog and she would die because the dog would be away from her for 15 days. But I took a firm line. But seeing this condition of Mrs. Pumphrey, Mr. Harriet did not change his plan. He did not change his decision of taking the dog with him for 15 days. He was firm with his decision. But I took a firm line. Tricky was very ill, and this was the only way to save him. In fact, I thought it best to take him without delay, and followed by Mrs. Pumphrey's wailings. Wailings means crying with grief. I marched out to the car carrying the little dog wrapped in a blanket. So the doctor decided that he must not delay the process of taking the dog in his hospital with him, and he decided that he is going to take the dog at that moment itself, and he took the dog in his arms and carried him in a blanket and took him to the car. The entire staff was roused and maids rushed in and out, bringing his day bed, his night bed, favorite cushions, toys and rubber rings, breakfast bowl, lunch bowl, supper bowl. So after reading this line, you can well understand how much pampering was done to this dog. He had different beds for for the night time, for the daytime. He had different bowls in which he ate his breakfast, his lunch, his dinner. Then he had so many cushions, he had so many toys to play with. So all these the maids were made to go inside the house and quickly bring all these things and put in the car of the doctor, because the doctor was taking Tricky away with him at that moment itself. Realizing that my car would never hold all the stuff, I started to drive away. When the doctor saw that, oh my God, Mrs. Pumphrey is asking the maids and the servants to bring so many things which are not going to fit in his car, he started the car and he started to drive away. As I moved off, Mrs. Pumphrey, with a despairing cry, threw an armful of the little coats through the window. When she saw that the doctor was not waiting and he was driving the car away, she threw some of the coats, the little coats of Tricky, inside the car. I looked in the mirror before I turned the corner of the drive. I looked in the mirror before I turned the corner of the drive. Everybody was in tears. Everybody was in tears because their beloved dog was being taken by the doctor for 15 days away from them. Out on the road, I glanced down at the pathetic little animal gasping on the seat by my side. The doctor made Tricky sit next to the driver's seat, and when he looked at the dog, when he glanced down, when he looked at the dog, he saw the pathetic little animal. Pathetic means pitiful. He was looking pitiful. He looked at that animal who was gasping, who was breathing fast, sitting by the side of the doctor. I patted the head, and Tricky made a brave effort to wag his tail. Poor old lad, I said. Lad means boy. Out of love, the doctor is saying, poor old lad. You haven't a kick in you, but I think I know a cure for you. You haven't a kick in you means you don't have any energy within you. You don't have any enthusiasm within you. But I know very well how to cure you. At the surgery was the name of his hospital. At the surgery, the household dogs surged round me. That means they gathered round, they quickly moved forward and gathered round the doctor. Tricky looked down at the noisy pack with dull eyes. Tricky looked down at the noisy pack. Noisy pack means the pack of dogs. So many dogs had come running towards Tricky. So Tricky looked at them who were making a lot of noise with dull eyes because he lacked energy. He lacked enthusiasm. He was a dull dog at this time. And when put down, lay motionless on the carpet. He did not move. The other dogs, after sniffing round him for a few seconds, decided he was an uninteresting object and ignored him. When Tricky did not move, he was lying on the carpet lazily. The other dogs sniffed, that means they just came near him and they smelled him and went away thinking that Tricky was an uninteresting object and they ignored him. I made up a bed for him. Who made? Mr. Harriet, the doctor. I made up a bed for him in a warm, loose box next to the one where the other dogs slept. For 2 days, I kept an eye on him. He kept a watch on Tricky and his activities, giving him no food but plenty of water. So, this was the best treatment which was given to the dog by Mr. Harriet. For 2 days, Tricky was not given anything to eat, he was only given plenty of water to drink. At the end of the second day, he started to show some interest in his surroundings. At the end of the second day, now see how a change has started coming in the behavior of Tricky. At the end of the second day, he started to show some interest in his surroundings. And on the third day, he began to whimper when he heard the dogs in the yard. Whimper means he also started to make low, feeble sounds, low, weak sounds when he heard the dogs playing in the yard. When I opened the door, Tricky trotted out. Trotted means he came out taking short steps. When the doctor opened the door, Tricky trotted out and was immediately engulfed by Joe, the greyhound, and his friends. As soon as Tricky came out of the room, he was surrounded by big dogs, Joe and his friends. After rolling him over and thoroughly inspecting him, the dogs moved off down the garden. When the dogs inspected Tricky, they went to the garden. Tricky followed them. See how much change has come in the activities of Tricky. When Tricky had come to the hospital, he was a lazy dog. He showed no activity. He was motionless. But now, after 2 days, for 2 days when he was given no food, only water, after 2 days, he started showing some energy, he started gathering some energy in him, and gradually he is taking interest in the activities like other dogs are doing in the hospital. He began to whimper when he heard the dogs in the yard. When I opened the door, Tricky trotted out and was immediately engulfed by Joe, the greyhound, and his friends. After rolling him over and thoroughly inspecting him, the dogs moved off down the garden. Tricky followed them, rolling slightly with his surplus fat. Although he was still a fat dog, but now he was trying to play like other dogs. Later that day, I was present at feeding time. Now it was the time for the dogs to eat their food. I watched while Tristan slopped the food into the bowls. Tristan was the name of a dog. There was the usual headlong rush followed by the sounds of high-speed eating. Every dog knew that if he fell behind the others, he was liable to have some competition for the last part of his meal. This means that every dog was trying to eat his share as fast as possible so that they don't miss that competition of eating their food fast. Because if they will miss, then the other dog will start eating the food of some other dog. So they wanted to eat their share of food, and that is why they were trying to eat very fast. When they had finished, Tricky took a walk round the shining bowls. When they had finished, when the dogs had finished eating their food, Tricky took a walk round the shining bowls, the bowls in which food was served, licking casually inside one or two of them. Next day, an extra bowl was put out for him, and I was pleased to see him jostling his way towards it. Jostling means pushing his way, making his way. Like other dogs were making their way to reach to their bowl and eat their share of food, similarly now Tricky also showed his interest in eating his meal. From then on, his progress was rapid. He was recovering from his illness now, and his progress was quick. He had no medical treatment of any kind, but all day he ran about with the dogs, joining in their friendly scrimmages. Scrimmages means a struggle, a fight, but actually it is a playful fight. They are enjoying, all the dogs are playing with each other. They are fighting while playing. Actually, they are not fighting, they are fighting within their playful activities. So now Tricky was also a part of their games. He was also enjoying all these physical activities now. He had no medical treatment of any kind, but all day he ran about with the dogs, joining in their friendly scrimmages, friendly fights. He discovered the joys of being bowled over, tramped on. Bowled over, tramped on, all this shows that they used to play. They kicked each other, they ran over each other, they fought with each other. All this shows that all dogs were very playful. He discovered the joys of being bowled over, tramped on, and squashed every few minutes. He became an accepted member of the gang. Gang here means the gang of other dogs. An unlikely, silky little object among the shaggy crew. Shaggy here means other dogs which were in the hospital, they were not so well kept. But this dog, Tricky, he was a very well kept dog by his mistress. His fur was very silky, his